Hello, it's Sam Green here, giving practical and sensible advice to small and medium-sized businesses that might not employ somebody directly to advise on health and safety. So today's topic is managing construction work at your premises. I found this is a topic that can catch an awful lot of companies that I've spoken to. It can catch them out. So there are 6 things that you need to do. Number 1, decide who the client is. Number 2, appoint a competent contractor. Number 3 only applies if there's more than one contractor, in which case you as the client have to appoint a principal contractor and principal designer. I'll explain all of these later on. The 4th thing you have to do is to provide relevant information on the building, the site, the structure. The 5th thing is to make sure that the project is notified to the health and safety executive if applicable. And finally, the 6th thing you have to do is to make sure there's a safety file of relevant information passed on to the user at the end. So let's just take those 6 in turn and try and give you a little bit of advice over the next couple of minutes about what all of those mean. So the client is the person who commissions the work, not necessarily the person who pays. It could be the tenant or it could be the landlord. You need to decide who the client is. It can only really be one party or one person. The second thing is appointing a competent contractor. There's a British standard for how you might vet a contractor for competence. It's called PAS 91 if you want to look it up. You could use one of the third-party contractor assessment schemes like Safe Contractor, XOR or SMAS, and that will establish that the contractor is competent. If there's more than one contractor on the job, you as a client have to appoint a principal contractor and principal designer. So the principal contractor is responsible for managing safety during the construction phase. The principal designer has to carry out all of the planning and the management before construction work starts. The 4th thing is to provide information on the building. So that's some things that might be obvious, like where the toilets, where the welfare facilities are, services into the building, but maybe some things that are less obvious, things you can't see or feel, like is there any asbestos in the building. 5th, you have to ensure that the project is notified to the health and safety executive. Now, if that construction work is going to carry on for more than 30 days and have 20 people on site at any one time, it's notifiable, or if the project is going to take more than 500 people days. So one person on site for any amount of time is one person day, so more than 500 of those. And finally then, just making sure there's a health and safety file. So that's an operational manual. The most obvious example would be something like a boiler and just how you might need to maintain, operate, service, clean or repair that. So they're the top 6 things. So just run through those again. Decide who the client is, appoint a competent contractor. If there's more than one contractor, appoint a principal contractor and principal designer to be responsible for the planning, management and delivery for safety. Provide all the relevant information. Make sure that the project is notifiable. That's a legal duty, just to stress that, for clients to make sure that's done. You don't have to do it yourself, but you have to make sure it's done. And finally, make sure there's a file of relevant safety information for the use, cleaning, maintenance, repair, and possibly demolition or final disposal. So that's everything you need to do in terms of client duties. Finally, what that doesn't cover is specific items such as use of or storage of chemicals on site, traffic routes, fire evacuation and various other items that you might want to think about if you're inviting other people onto your premises. And last of all, if that seems like an awful lot of hassle, then that's exactly the sort of thing that we can provide a support package for. So just ask any further questions. Please make some comments if you want to see other useful videos. Like and subscribe. And finally, if you want more information, just head on over to our website. You'll find lots of other articles on there, or feel free to post some comments. I'll always promise to reply to answer any questions there. Or ping us an email if you wanted a bit more advice, or just to give us a call for a chat. Thank you.